Hey, welcome to the Dripping Stone podcast, a podcast where two friends raise a glass and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Hey, man, how are you?
So good, man. How are you?
I'm doing very well. It's been a minute since we've done this.
I mean, not terribly long.
No, but longer than
what is our average.
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows like we normally record once every 2 weeks or so.
Yep.
But in the summer, like that schedule just gets blown out of the water.
Summer's just a bit of a free for all.
Yeah, I think the day we recorded 3 episodes, and then we recorded some other stuff at some point.
Yep.
And then we saw each other outside of recording,
but didn't record.
Yeah, it was just bizarre.
Yeah, I forgot. At some point in time, we had an extra episode thrown in there, so that we had an extra one in the canister. But then I was worried because I just went on a bit of a trip.
Yeah.
And was worried that we didn't have enough to cover it. It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah. No, I looked at it because I looked before you went on your trip, and I was like, are we going to have to record digitally kind of thing? And nah, it was all good.
Yeah.
But it feels a bit weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably has been close to a month since we've been behind the mics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost. Pretty dang close.
Yeah.
But you guys, as listeners, aren't hearing this until, first couple weeks of August.
Yeah.
So
is it fall now? Jeez.
No, sir. No, it is
never in Florida.
That is correct. It will not be fall in Florida until December 27th.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's
when our leaves start peeping.
Sure. But for the majority of the country, it still is very clearly summer.
Yeah.
Summer. Not just hot as summer.
Yeah. We might be just we're probably not even to the solstice yet at this point.
What? No, that was no, that was back in that was a minute ago.
Equinox.
That's in a couple weeks. Autumnal equinox. No, I think that's in sometime
September?
Maybe. Sure. I don't know. I don't know. October, January. I don't know.
Beats me.
But what I mean is the majority of the rest of our country is still out of school. There's still summer vacation and traveling. August is still a very summer traveling month, except where we are for some
reason. Not in Florida.
No, not here.
The case down here.
No, definitely. I think majority of people are back in school right now.
Back to the grindstone.
Yeah, which means we should drink something.
You need something to drink. What'd you bring for us?
Well, I brought something that's a release here anyway. Pretty recently. A release recently. There we go.
A recent release.
I don't know. See, again, weird. Yeah. This is
recently
released. Right. Not a deceased release.
No.
This is a recent release here in the States. Not a recent product, but a recent release.
Gotcha.
And this is the Wrexham Lager.
Wrexham Lager.
Here's a can for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. These are 16-ounce cans.
Whoa.
I know.
Tall boys.
This actually, so Wrexham, the Wrexham Brewery first brewed Wrexham Lager back in 1882. It's right there on the can.
Yeah.
But it has just recently been released here in the States because it's being brewed and canned by Distill in Illinois.
In Normal, Illinois. What a great name.
Yeah, and Wrexham Lager really made its debut here in the States because of a little show that we're going to talk about here in a little bit called Welcome to Wrexham.
Welcome to Wrexham.
Yeah. And so when actually Carol saw this, my wife Carol saw this, that it was being released here, and she's like, we got to find it.
Right.
And it's at your Wine Totalies and your big box stores. And so we went to one. And
your XYZs?
Yeah. So we went to one and we grabbed it.
Cool.
And you've not had this.
Nope.
I've had 1 or 2 of these.
Yep.
And 4% ABV, and I gotta tell you, man, this stuff is fantastic.
Solid crushability.
It really, truly is. And I know I'm building you up for it, but
right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into
Let's do it. Oh no,
man! Shower beer. Who knew?
All over the place.
Nice. Didn't know you're in the splash zone. Woo! That went down my shirt. Should have moved out of the way.
I mean, they're 4%.
Are we just going straight out of the can?
Why not?
We pouring them up?
Nah, straight out of the can. I feel like it's. I mean, what do you want? You did get some glasses.
I did.
What do you
got
want
them out. Well, I mean, we always talk about what it looks like.
Okay.
You can drink yours out of the can. I'll pour mine.
Okay. You pour
You don't
yours.
have to.
I'll drink mine out of the can.
One moment, please.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Did you hear that
Yeah.
Wrexham crowd?
I
go
did.
wild?
Yeah.
That's pretty.
It is a very pretty beer.
Now, had you had one of these prior to the recent release?
Not at all.
In Normal, Illinois?
Not at all. No. And I am a fan of the show.
Yep.
As we'll talk about in a little while.
Sure.
And I am noted for wanting a light beer with some flavor. I mean, we just did the light beer showdown a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Which had no flavor, no flavor at all. So in my quest to find something, this, again, Carol suggested that we find this, and here we are.
Good call.
Yeah.
I mean, smells like beer. You want a glass?
I should probably have a glass. Now that I've dripped it all down me and all over the mic. My Wrexham crowd goes wild too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a pretty beer, man.
Yeah, it looks great. Nice golden hue.
Yeah.
Looks like a beer. Not cloudy at all.
Nope.
See straight through it.
But it does have some color. It's not just, super light and watery. It does have a golden hue.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about on the nose?
Got some malty sweetness.
Yep. Slight citrus.
Yeah, some earthy tones.
Little dank. Like just
like
a whiff of dank.
Yeah.
It's like you step foot into a college town.
Sure.
Like not by the college, just in the college town.
Yeah. I was in a college town recently.
Bit dank? That's because of all the mold.
Yeah, it smells great.
It does. It smells crisp.
Bready.
That's not bad.
All right.
Shall we?
Going in. Yeah.
How about that?
That's solid.
Yep.
Plenty of flavor, but like not too much.
Yeah, nothing that's like you're not being punched with anything.
Yeah, no, it's just straight up beer.
Correct. Yeah. Easily crushable.
Yep. Yeah, I just had like 4 huge gulps there.
Yeah, I heard it. We all heard it. Yeah, I don't know if I edited all the gulps out, but we heard it. It's got a great mouthfeel. There's nothing about it that is too. It's not too hoppy. It's not too bubbly.
It's not claggy.
Nope.
Not clingy.
No, it doesn't.
It's clean.
It's clean.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
Absolutely. There is
this is a sports beer, man.
It's a super easy drink.
Yeah.
You're right. This is a beer that you would have at a sporting event.
Yeah. Outside, you're wanting some relief from the intensity happening on the field. No, this is great.
Yeah.
This is really good.
What I've come to understand about beers in the UK,
Yep.
and maybe, dare I say, maybe in Europe as a whole, is that when you're going to brew something like this, it's going to be on the lower ABV end, but with still a good amount of flavor.
Right.
And that's something that I don't think America does well in terms of this style of beer.
Sure.
Because think about our blue can beers. Most of those are in the 5% range.
Right.
And so they're still low, but they're not 4%.
Right.
And they're devoid of flavor. Whereas you have this that has a fair amount of flavor at 4%.
And I would argue too, granted, we're not outside in the 90-degree heat, but
Thank you.
Wouldn't really be that way in the UK either. But this also feels like thirst quenching. It doesn't feel like I'm drinking it and then just initially immediately wanting more because I'm thirsty.
Right.
It feels refreshing.
It does. Yeah.
And I think that is kind of now that you mention it, a bit of a quality of when you think of just European lagers.
Yeah. And for me, I want just beer. Give me a beer. This is if I were to cozy up to a seat at a pub and I say I would like a lager, this is a lager.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about it. And I think that's what makes it special.
Right.
Is that it's not something challenging. I'm not going to have to push myself. I don't have to think about this beer. I'm having a beer.
Right. And it tastes like beer.
Right.
It's giving me everything that I need out of it.
Yep.
And it's delicious. Good stuff, man.
I think that a beer like this is meant to be shared in, community with people.
Right.
In terms of you're going to a pub, you're at a sporting event. And so the beer is not the front runner. The beer is the thing that you're, engaging in together.
Right.
It's the conversation or it's the camaraderie of the sport or whatever. That's what the thing that you're doing. Right.
Right.
So this is just there because, again, you want a beer, but it doesn't need to be something let's tuck into a 12%, imperial stout, and now we got to fight this beer while we're trying to have a conversation. It's just we're having a beer.
Yeah. Or I need to be cognizant of how much we're going at this. You could have 3 or 4 of these and still be in great shape.
Oh yeah.
But no, I think you're totally right. It's more like the glue of the community of especially this, something like this where it's representing a sports team you want to have something that's going to be prideful that you can all kind of get behind, and this is our local brew. And,
right.
You know, it is like community building.
Yeah.
In the process, which is kind of like, I don't know, it's something that I don't feel like we really do much here in the States. Like,
well,
you don't go to a Tampa Bay Bucks game and have the Tampa Bay Bucks beer.
Right.
Because it's, what would it be?
Well, I think maybe, but like then you're gonna struggle through. You know,
yeah,
you're gonna have a
7% IPA,
which highlight is great, but also like okay, so I can have one of these, and it's also 95 degrees outside in September at a football game.
Yeah,
nah, come on.
Yeah.
So I think though what you're talking about is the idea of the local brewery supplying for that area,
right?
And so like while the beer is tied to the football European soccer,
right.
Football club, it is the town's beer.
Right.
So like this is the local beer. You would drink this and it also is at, the sporting event.
Right.
Whereas the way that we do most beer here in the US is not that way anymore.
Yeah, it's like a league sponsor. Like
right.
Bud Light is
correct.
The beer of NFL.
Yeah.
But you don't have like independent, like, all right, well, my team is this team and
sure.
and we drink this, and that helps,
right. But like
connect us.
I mean, in some scenarios, in some situations, like if you go to a baseball game in the Northeast, particularly in that, Rhode Island, Boston area, you might be able to find a Narragansett on tap.
Sure.
You might be able to find, I know definitely if you go to a baseball game in Baltimore, you'll be able to find National Bohemian. So that does exist, but it doesn't exist on the same level.
But also, too, it's not like you wouldn't, go to Yankee Stadium as a Orioles fan
right.
and drink Yankee beer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you're still drinking Narragansett, which you might find in both places, and it might be great in both places, and both fan bases will drink it. But you're not going to have anybody from, I don't know, from Richmond
sure.
go to Wrexham and drink a Wrexham beer.
Right.
They're not going to do that.
Exactly.
They're going to go drink the opponent's beer, unless it's really good beer.
Sure. But
I'm going to pour it in a bottle. So
but I think your point, too, is like, if, let's say you went to, I don't know, a game in Seattle, and like the local beer is Rainier.
Right.
Okay. That's all we have.
And as a visitor, you're going to have no problem going to get a Rainier.
Right. Because
it's not a Seattle Mariners
beer. Right.
It's not their beer.
Right.
It doesn't have their logo on it might.
Maybe.
it might have it on the can. But it's not like it's not theirs, or this is Wrexham's beer.
Sure.
Sure. It's way more.
To be fair, maybe we are misspeaking.
It's the name of the town.
Sure.
Also,
yeah.
So yeah, it could just be like that, but like I don't know. I think they're leaning into it a bit here.
Well, like
it's got the dragon on the can.
Sure. I think what we're saying too is like I'm going to be able to get the same beer that's across the entire country. There's going to be Bud Light at that game,
right?
And I can drink that there. Whereas, I think how it should be is I'm in Seattle. This beer is from Seattle. That's really the only beer because it's hyper localized. So like because I'm in Seattle, now I'm drinking the local beer. And
right.
I think that's what makes this special.
Yeah, and I think there's just like there's more pride. Like it reminds me like the song that the hobbits sing in Lord of the Rings of the beer they drink in their hometown.
Yeah.
Like you can drink your fancy ales. You can drink them by the flagon, but the only brew for the brave and true comes from the Green Dragon. Like,
did you just pull it out, or like this is something you watched
that's
recently?
The song.
No, I know, but like, you have that memorized?
Yeah, it's a fun song.
Like, I love Lord of the Rings, and I knew what you were talking about, but I don't know the words. Wow.
Yeah, it's a fun song.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. Not John Green, but his brother Hank.
Yeah.
He did a cover of it with this other dude on Instagram, and it's a really fun cover. So I've heard that.
You've heard
times.
it, okay.
But yeah, no, it's just a good jam.
So
but there's something about that pride of like
yes.
the beer from my hometown, like what we drink in our pub.
Correct.
That I think is different from kind of the way we do it here because it becomes so more nationally.
Yeah.
It's like even like a High Lie that it was at one point in time very specific to Tampa and that area is now nationwide,
or even a Coors, which you could only get,
Yeah.
West of the Rockies or in that area,
Right.
for quite some time.
Your favorite light beer.
Careful, buddy. I mean,
That's
you're not
picked.
wrong, but I don't know if I'd say my favorite light beer. Although the Light Beer Showdown would say otherwise, but it's science. But what's cool about this too is it's associated. Obviously, the Wrexham football team is associated with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney,
Right.
and so for them, the beer represents the town, not just the football team, but the town, and to some degree, Wales as a whole. So they're involved with this as well.
Right.
And getting that, I don't know, like, to what degree. I don't know if they own or if they own a piece. I don't know. But for them, it was the pride thing.
Right. And it was community building. Like that was a huge aspect of that whole endeavor. Was not just, hey, we want to go make a successful soccer team,
right?
Football team.
We want
to create an entire community around this.
I think initially, it was very clearly a financial thing.
Sure.
I think they very early on recognized that the finance obviously is part of this, but yes, we want it's a culture around this thing that we want to build upon,
right?
And the pride that Wrexham as a town has for, in this case, the lager, but also the team. That is something to really push forward, and it's something really cool that we can, capitalize on. Maybe is the correct term, but we can use.
Right,
and it's fantastic.
Yeah, it really is. It's really great. I mean, it's similar to, like, I can think of a lot of beers that it is similar to.
Sure,
but you can't fault it for just being really good.
Right.
It's solid, and there's a reason why that style is popular.
Yeah,
because it's great.
It's not just a brand that's like, hey, it's the Wrexham Lager from the TV show.
Right.
Yes, that is the end point. But then to have the brand and to be this good,
right,
to be that solid.
Yeah.
I mean, are you going to have people stumble upon it that know nothing about the TV show and nothing about the football team? Sure.
Maybe.
But it's probably going to be fewer and further between than people who are like, oh,
right,
yes, I'm watching. Because to be fair, the newest season, I think season 4, this is on Hulu. This is a constant
like an
commercial.
ad.
Yeah, it's a constant commercial. So like that's where we saw it, obviously.
Right.
And like, yeah, I want to try that. I like this show. I like what they're doing. I want to try that.
Yeah.
But to have it be this good, amazing.
It's not a gimme.
No.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Because
you've had plenty of beers that look just like this and taste awful.
Right.
We did a bunch of them the other day.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not a gimme that it's just going to be great. So it's so rewarding when, especially on this side of the pond, where it is just like, oh yeah, no, I'm a fan of the show, and this is just going to be something else that kind of connects me to that show.
Exactly.
For it to be great.
Exactly.
And like now, when I see it in the show, and like I've got that connection, and it's community building. You know? Even this far apart.
There's something about that's
pretty neat.
It's so cool, and it's a fantastic product.
Yeah, I bought a whiskey a few weeks ago at this point that is made 100% grain to bottle in the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Clarkson's Farm.
Yep.
And I do the same thing with that. Like I can sip on that whiskey while I'm watching episodes of Clarkson's Farm, and it just feels like connective tissue of, I know that the Terra Noir in this bottle the terroir in this bottle is helps connect me and give me a kind of more visceral connection to the show that I enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. And again, just as that whiskey is fantastic whiskey, when you have a product that's not just gimmicky,
right.
It's not just, oh yeah, this is the beer they drink in the show, or this is the food that they eat in the show, that this is connected to the place and it's solid.
Yep.
That's hard to beat.
Yep. Winner on all accounts.
Speaking of winners, so not only did I want to do this beer,
yep,
but I wanted to talk a little bit about a burgeoning interest that I have in not necessarily watching football, even though like when this episode comes out, like the English football season is kicking off.
Yep.
But really watching documentaries about sports, if you will, like about around like sports seasons. That there's Netflix, you know, they've done Drive to Survive, which is the F1, was it?
Racing?
Thank you. F1. I couldn't think like that word.
I was like, it's got to be something other than racing.
Nope, it's racing. They did one where they followed like a golf season. They followed a bunch of different golfers, across the season. They've done several things like that.
Yeah, the Michael Jordan one.
The Last Dance.
Yep.
What it's called? Last Dance. So like, but these are unlike the Last Dance. This is one of like, we're gonna follow the narrative of a season, and that's what Welcome to Wrexham is.
Right.
It's following the narrative of a season.
Yeah, it's not a retrospective looking back at a season or something like that. Like it's more reality TV.
Yes.
In the fact that it's happening in real time and we're just documenting it.
Exactly. Yeah, and obviously it's being released as a retrospective, but yes, you're along for the ride. It's not like you're doing a documentary of the 2004 Red Sox kind of thing, 20 years later.
Yeah. What was the college football one that we watched?
Last Chance U?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Kind of like that. And I know that like Amazon's done one with, was it the Eagles? They did one with the New Zealand All Blacks, which is a rugby team. Yeah. So like,
there's been like I think MTV did one back in the day, the Two-A-Days.
Oh yeah.
It was like high school football.
High school football. Yeah.
Yep.
So like this is nothing new.
Right.
But there's a heart to this show and to like what they're presenting that I've fallen in love with.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things like it's a natural narrative that has a very clear beginning, and it'll have an endpoint, and you don't know what that endpoint's going to be. So I think things like that, especially where it's built into a season,
right?
They're the same word. Like it gives you that kind of expectation, and obviously you hope that it's going to go one way, but it's the process of how we get there and what is the outcome going to be that sports just naturally provides that.
Well, and in this case, it's an underdog story,
right?
Too, and people, I mean, come on, man, like who's not a sucker for an underdog story?
Yeah,
I mean, like sure, if you're that homer for the team that just like win, I get it.
Oh yeah,
because
how many great sports movies are there about the underdog?
Right.
And then how many of them are out there about the Yankees?
Correct.
There's just not.
Correct.
Like,
yeah.
It's always, the great ones are the underdog stories.
Exactly. And that's exactly what this is. And it's so cool to watch something that, not that I don't have an interest in it, because I am, vaguely interested in European football.
Right.
I definitely like rugby. I like watching rugby. So like I know enough about it, but like I have no stake in this.
Right.
I'm going to say I don't care if Wrexham wins or loses or what happens, but it's the narrative that surrounds everything going on that it's kind of giving you an insight to what happens off the pitch, which is in some ways the more interesting story.
Right.
This also just happened to be released around the same time as Ted Lasso.
Right.
So like it kind of all dovetailed together into one thing in my mind.
Yeah. One big intrigue into to the side UK soccer teams.
Right.
Exactly. Like it opens you up into a universe that you know nothing about.
Yeah. And the stakes are low because I know nothing about it and I don't have anything at stake.
Right.
I also knew
I love the structure of the way that they do football over there.
Yeah.
I kind of wish we could adopt something like that within like college football here.
Absolutely.
Like there's so many teams and like you could break it into a tiered system the same way that they do and you could relegate and promote just the same way. Like I think it'd be dope.
That to me I think is just fascinating because Wrexham as the football team went from I think it was the 5th tier.
Right.
To now they're in the 2nd
Champions League.
Yeah, the Championship League. There's a Premier League and then the Champions or Championship. Nobody hates.
Whatever. There's a great Ted Lasso joke about it. You mean so we got regulated into the Champions League? That doesn't make any sense.
But like
we finished second to last, but we finished
exactly.
Yeah,
but I love that. I love that what you just said. The idea of to call here in baseball, just to continue to use that, to call this a World Series is just ridiculous.
Yeah,
or to call like American football the Super Bowl. Come on,
at least I like that a little better than World Series, where there's nothing except for the The players, sure.
Sure.
They're from all around the world.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. But
it's not the World
it's not
Series.
the World Series.
Yeah. But like the idea of a team can go up and or down depending on how well they do.
Yeah. Love that idea.
There's something at stake.
Yeah.
You know,
if you can work and build your way up and get better,
yeah,
you'll keep going. Like, and you know, there's just
there's
something really satisfying to that.
It's satisfying too because it removes. This isn't totally true, but it removes some of the individualistic aspect of the sport, where it focuses like, in order to do well as a team, we have to have good players. Those players have to work as a team to keep the team moving. And if they don't work as a team, you could have the best player, bar none. And if they don't have a good team, it doesn't matter. The team's going to drop.
I mean, Zava would say otherwise. But I think what I love about it is that there is a consequence to finishing last.
Right.
So there is an incentive to keep playing and keep trying, because you don't want to get regulated. You don't want to get pushed down, and now you're in a smaller market and you're going to make less money as a team as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, and that's going to hurt
affect your wallet,
the ownership,
exactly,
just as much as it is going to affect the players. You know, and it's not this incentive to like, all right, well, let's just continue to play bad because then we're going to have better draft prospects.
No.
You know, like be done with that stuff. Like, continue to play, or else you will. There is a punishment.
Right, you will be relegated. Yeah. You will drop down, and there's going to have real world implications. And I love that. Like, to me, that's what I think American sport as a whole, at least on the professional level, misses.
Yeah, agreed.
There's, you know, to some degree, as a high level NFL player, what's at stake for me individually, other than my playing time and my own pocket? Nothing.
Right.
You know, like, I go in and something happens and my team is terrible, but I'm a great player. Like, you know, I'm making, you know, 50, 60, 75 million dollars a year. I don't care.
Right.
Our team can suck, but I'm doing really well. Whereas that switches the narrative of, in order to continue to make the money you want to make, our whole team has to do well.
Yeah. If we get regulated and we're not in
Relegated.
the premier, right. If we're not relegated, deregulated. If we get dropped down,
there you
go. And all my sponsors now, they're wanting to sponsor somebody in the Premier League because that's going to be more eyeballs than that. Yeah, there's just so much more incentive for everybody to do your best.
Yeah,
and I just feel like it would work perfect in college football.
I think that's where it should start. I mean, like, I could see implications.
Because there's, I mean, even just in your upper tier of college football, there's 130 teams.
Yeah.
And then you even have like a whole nother division of football below that.
Sure.
If you just broke all of that down into stuff, like, oh man.
You know, you could, because ostensibly then that would stop all these players from, like, I don't want to say stop, but like it would make the hunt of the best team, I don't know, maybe it would minimize some of that. Because then you have players in, you know, podunk, you know, backwoods, whatever. If that team is just great, they can move up, just as Wrexham has done.
Right.
Like, they are I think they're the only team that has moved up as many times. Like, I think they're either tied or like they've moved up the most.
Right.
To go in the same number of years, to go from one league to the next, to the next, to the next. And now they're in the Championship League, one league away from the top of the tier.
Right.
Like, it just doesn't happen, but it can.
With enough celebrity power, you too. With Deadpool on your side, anything can be accomplished.
Well, and to be fair, like, the show makes a lot of reference to that. It's not just, you know, the pluckiness of the team.
Oh, yeah.
It's also, we've thrown a lot of money at this.
Like, you know, to be fair, like, I actually haven't watched any of it, but I'm aware enough of it just because it has been such a huge pop culture boom.
Sure.
That the most I've watched of it is clips from right before Deadpool Wolverine came out. Like, everybody's speculating because, like, Sean Levy was in some episodes.
Yeah.
Like, they're all trying to figure out, like, who's doing what and what the implications are for this person to be there. Like, that was part of like why
what cameos would be. Yeah.
Like, that was a huge part of why, like, everybody thought Taylor Swift was going to be in it because she was good friends and she was seen in some of the episodes.
Oh, that's right. She's friends with Blake Light. Yeah.
And they were all just like, so, you know, that's my biggest.
Yeah. Well, so, you know, in the scene with all the Deadpools, there's a Welsh Deadpool.
Right.
And the Welsh Deadpool was one of the guys.
Yeah.
That was like a big star.
Yeah. And one of them was in the bar where they finally meet.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The worst Wolverine.
He's like the drunk Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of the guys in the background there. Yeah. I mean, and that's all part of it.
Yeah. And I think like what that also is someone who has a lot of clout, who has a lot of sway, can then bring everyone and say, come with me.
Right.
Like, we're doing this thing together. And that, like, I have no problem with that.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I think that's cool. All tides, was it all tides? The ships rise with the tides? All tides rise ships? People in glass houses sink ships.
Right. Don't throw stones in a water balloon.
Whatever
deep
that
thoughts.
whatever that expression is.
Yeah. Raising waters. No. Yeah.
Raising
boats.
waters. Whatever it is.
What is it? Make it make sense in my head. Higher tides raise all ships. Or something like that.
Yeah.
To that effect. Of like, we all benefit from
whatever.
All of us doing better. I don't know.
All of that to say, fantastic beer. I had to share it with you.
Yeah, no, this was great, man. Super satisfying. I have already finished mine.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got all right, now I'm done.
And I didn't even know I was ready for a tall boy. But man, crushed it.
Yeah, again, it's
Good
4%.
stuff. Yeah, you don't feel bad at all.
No, not at all. I'm ready to record another episode.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, on that note,
yeah.
You got anything else?
No. Great find. Wouldn't mind a 6-pack of those for sure.
Well, they come in 4-packs. So like
wouldn't mind a 4-pack of those for sure. Wouldn't mind a 4-pack of those for sure.
Well, guess what I got you?
What?
Actually, no, I only brought these 2. I'm sorry.
Man.
I know. You can go to a wine totally or your own store.
Not in this neck of the woods.
It's
nothing around here.
It's a bit of a hike. Well, we'd love to know, what do you think about the Wrexham Lager?
Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to try it, man, go get you some.
Yeah.
Great summer beer, sports beer.
Sure.
Get it while the time's right.
And all of our UK friends, are you excited for the next season of football?
I'm sure they are. I was just over there. Went past, what is the Emirates?
Yep.
Is in London. I know it passed that stadium, and I think I also at some point on a train passed
Wembley.
I guess it might have been Wembley, but I think it was Manchester.
Okay.
Is that not around there? Neck of the woods?
Sure.
Manchester United.
No, that's in.
No, I think I just saw a lot of their gear in some of the shops and stuff.
Yeah.
But I did pass another stadium.
Tottenham.
Might have been Tottenham.
Yeah. I don't know where they play.
Yeah.
They play in the Hotspur.
I think they play around Tottenham Court. Because that's a tube stop.
Probably right.
Pretty positive about it.
And then you got the Piggly Wigglies.
Oh, man.
Also play in Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, for sure they do.
That's my favorite tube stop.
Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we'd also love to know, what do you think about Welcome to Wrexham? If you've had a chance to see the show, what do you think about it?
Yeah. For it, against it.
Indifferent.
Give us the deets.
You can get in touch with us through email. It's drepandstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
It's always one word, Drep and Stone, DREP and Stone. Come find us, slip into our DMs, and we'll slip right back into yours.
Absolutely. We love it if you support the podcast. You can do so by rating us wherever it is you find great podcasts like this one. You can financially support the podcast through our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/drepandstone. And finally, Kyle.
Yeah?
You can support the podcast by telling someone about Drep and Stone.
Yeah, while you're at a Wrexham game.
Absolutely.
Or just any, bar watching soccer this summer.
Yeah. Or,
football.
Fall football. What, like real football or English football? Uh-oh.
Man.
Sorry.
Not sure who you just offended there, but there's definitely somebody.
I've offended somebody. It's okay. Yeah, just turn to your neighbor. If they're wearing a jersey that's different from your jersey,
buy them a Wrexham.
And tell them about Drep and Stone.
Drep and Stone.
Hey, we disagree on our sports team choices. But what we can agree on is great podcast in which 2 friends raise a glass and have a conversation.
Indeed.
It's called Drep and Stone.
Tie everybody together.
That easy.
That community building glue.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Right
man.
there.
On that note, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show. Or arse. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.